Imagine trying to buy a car or get a mortgage, only to find out credit reporting agencies think you're dead. As investigative reporter Doug Wolfe found out, millions of Americans are battling incorrect credit scores.
The ability to get a credit card, a home loan, or even a car loan depends on your credit score. But as millions of Americans are finding out, if that score is wrong, it's difficult to get fixed. She may not look it, but Joan Goodwine of Cissna Park is dead. At least that's what an insurance company told her.
And I was deceased.
Maybe not dead in the literal sense, but as good as dead as far as the credit reporting agencies are concerned.
Oh my God, where do I start now? Because, now I've got to prove I'm alive.
Joan is not alone. The Federal Trade Commission recently reported to Congress that nearly 40 million Americans may have mistakes on their credit reports, including being declared dead. And getting those mistakes fixed frequently is next to impossible.
This phone call after phone call, I'm not heard anything, what's going on? Well, it's being taken care of, that's all we can tell you.
And I told them on the phone, I said, I'm sitting right here looking at her, talking to her, she is not deceased.
Your ability to buy a car, a home, get a loan, or even rent an apartment can be affected by your credit score. The FTC tells Congress 20% of consumers have a mistake on their credit report.
People are not able to get the kind of loans they need. They're paying higher interest rates than they should, not because of actions they've taken, but because of mistakes made by these credit agencies.
The association representing credit reporting agencies says 95% of consumers are unaffected by errors on their credit report. And the FTC report should reassure consumers that they can depend on the accuracy of their credit history. Joan was eventually able to get help from one individual at a credit reporting agency to help her get her credit restored.
Because the rest of them evidently were asleep at the switch. So I did then get notification that it had been taken care of and I was now considered out of ICU and alive.
Alive until she tried to get a mortgage, and one agency was still claiming she is dead.
I'm still deceased. So guess what? It's time to jump through the hoops again.
If bringing this story out will help people to take a good look at their credit report and make sure the scores are right and make sure they're breathing, it's going to be a lot happier for everybody.
Joan now has her credit rating restored. It took nearly 4 years to get it right.
It was just kind of a cesspool of wrong information.
The story was made possible from a tip from one of our viewers. If you have a tip for the I-Team, go to WAND News Investigations or WANDTV.com. For the I-Team, I'm Doug Wolfe, WAND News.